Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Arc Basics, a show where we break down the ABCs of how to start an arc, how to accomplish things, how to achieve things, how to be the best you possibly can be. That's right, we're going with the full ABCs of arc. A for arc, B for basic, C for, well, whatever you want it to be. C can be anything. Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to Arc Basics. I'm Phlinger Phoo, and today we're going to be discussing the ins and outs of one of the best utility dinos that you can get. Yes, that's right, the one that sounds like a weird infection, inflammation, something like that. That's right. Yeah, we're talking about the Castoroides. And from here on out, I'm never going to say that again in this video, so we're just going to call it the Beaver. There we go. It's a beaver. That's right. These guys are absolutely amazing. Now let me get into the thick and thin of it here really quick. All right. So not only are these guys fast, they're mobile, they're agile little creatures, and they're really dangerous when they're out in the wild and you accidentally aggro one, because not only will you get the one, you'll get them coming from all different sides. And if you're Phoo, stop pooping, dude. All right, but if you're in an area that has a whole bunch of beavers, you may find yourself very overwhelmed with a bunch of thick-skinned, high-hit point beavers that want nothing more than to stick those jabby little teeth right in your chest. Yeah, it happens. It really does. But there's some differences between these guys. I mean, the wild ones, they will make beaver dams out in the open. The beaver dams are very, very cool. And it's a great way to get silica pearls, wood, cementing paste especially, rare flowers, mushrooms, stuff like that. It's very, very cool. Raiding beaver dams is actually a thing that is very important in Arc. If you want some quick and easy cementing paste, yeah, watch out, beavers. All right, I mean, you're gonna go out and you're gonna grab as much of this stuff as you possibly can. And, but as soon as you touch the beaver dam, every single beaver within a certain area, it gets a check. The moment you touch the beaver dam, the moment you interact with the beaver dam, either hitting it or opening its inventory, it sends out a massive pulse out around the area, and if there's any beavers in that area, they will come attack you. It's kind of cool, actually, how it's done, but it's also something you need to be aware of if you're going to go out raiding beaver dams. Yes, we will cover beaver dams a little bit more when we leave the base and we go out and we take a look at them. But for right now, we're going to discuss a few of the ins and outs of the beaver, because this is going to be a really long video if I handle it in the traditional sense. So we're going to handle the tamed version first. So we're going to take a look at Bee the Builder Beaver. Now, she is actually right next to my door here, because this right here, she is my primary berry gatherer for the entire kibble farm that I've got over here. Yeah, she gathers the majority of my berries because she's just so fast at it. And then, I mean, she's been leveled up quite a bit, so she's got a huge amount of weight here. Yeah, this is over the amount of time. I've never leveled anything on her for health, stamina, melee damage, anything like that. Just wait, because I don't care about any of those other stats. I mean, melee damage could come in a little bit handy when you're talking about overharvest and stuff like that, but we're not going to get into that today. Overharvest, it's a thing. It's if you have more melee damage than what the harvestable can handle, then it will give you extra resources to make up for that melee damage. Yeah, it's kind of a thing. All right, so, but back on track before I rudely interrupted myself by myself talking about the beaver that sounds like a weird butt infection. All right, so we are going to be discussing the weight reduction, the saddle. Well, first off, the saddle, it's crafted in the smithy, I believe. Let's see, let's take Castoroides, yes, it is unlocked at level 61. It costs 50 engram points, so it's an expensive saddle. And then to craft the saddle, it takes 140 cementing paste, which is a lot of cementing paste, 200 fiber, 290 wood, 100 metal ingots, and 180 thatch. This is an expensive saddle to make, but it is totally worth it because you crafted it in a smithy, but it is in itself a smithy. Yes, it is wicked cool. But the only downside to the smithy saddle is you can't repair things in it. I mean, it's okay. Yeah. But you can craft everything in it. I mean, I could craft a crossbow right here. Yeah. At least I don't think you can repair stuff in it. I think it's like the Argent saddle, which the Argent saddle is also a smithy saddle, but you can't repair stuff in it. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. But then again, you can get around that with the, using the pliers from aberration, just stick a pair of pliers on them, and then you can fully repair everything. It takes extra resources, but it's really no big deal. Yeah, we can craft saddles, we can craft armor. Yeah, we can craft a whole suit of desert cloth inside our beaver. That's right. Yeah. All right, and these guys, I mean, they're fast. And look at it. Yeah, she's fast. She's fast. This is why she's my berry gatherer. It's because I don't have to worry about getting the Bronto out of the base. I don't have to worry about going and grabbing the Therizino and, you know, cruising around, you know, a little bit slow. This girl right here, she's fast, fast, fast. That's why I use her specifically to gather up all my berries. Yeah, I mean, if I want fiber, yeah, I'll take the either the bear out or the Therizino out. Usually the Therizinosaurus. But yeah, she's really good. And also, not only are they fast on land, they also are even faster in water, which makes them very wicked cool. Let me get like this where we can highlight her for a little bit. Yeah, there, we can look at that teeth while I'm discussing this. There we go. Take the stage, B. All right, and I always call them Bob the Builder Beaver or B the Builder Beaver because I think it's funny to make big, huge tongue twisters involving her name as I, you know, record videos. I think it's fun. All right, but that's the story of her name. But out in the water, these guys are actually, unlike the Baryonyx, well, these guys are kind of like the Baryonyx in the sense that you can actually get a really high level one of these, and then you can breed them, and then you can use them into your first forays out into the ocean. They're not as effective as the Baryonyx, don't get me wrong, they're not as effective, but they are really close. The only downside is unlike the Baryonyx, when you're underneath the ocean, way down low on the Baryonyx, and you hop off the Baryonyx, it stays there. It just sits there and it waits for you to come and get back on it. Not so with the beaver. And just so you know, this is like a word of warning if you're going out into the ocean for the first time on the back of a beaver. Don't hop off the saddle. The moment you hop off the saddle, it doesn't matter how far down you are. It doesn't matter anything. It's going to bolt straight up to the surface as quick as you go. So, yeah, just don't do it. Yeah. Yeah, they're great as long as you don't get off the saddle. The moment you get off the saddle, it's not so good. All right, but another cool thing about the beaver saddle is you can shoot stuff off the back of it. Just like most dinos this size. It's very cool. These guys are actually, I mean, you can get yourself a battle beaver. And these guys, they can take a hit. I mean, they can take a hit. Yeah, I haven't leveled up her health at all. And, I mean, she's already 3,500. That's really good. I mean, you could take this thing and you could go far, girl. Yes, you could. All right, but anyway, now that we've discussed that, now we're going to discuss how to tame one, and then also we're going to discuss beaver dams. So let me grab Super Dodo. There you are. All right, grab the Super Dodo, and then we're going to head out and go take a look at some beaver dams. Because usually beaver dams on the island, and then, well, on Ragnarok, on just about any place that has beavers, on Extinction, if there's beavers there, chances are just give it a little bit of time, and you'll have beavers there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And these guys right here, you really don't need an extravagant taming pen for. I'm actually going to just drop it into this taming pen over here. But the taming pen that you need, you can actually just use a 1x1 little bit with just doors around the edge. Yeah, that's all it takes. That is a cool green dillo. All right, no more pieces of candy. All right, let's get out. Let's take a look. All right, but yeah, any of the waterways, the rivers on the island has a chance to have beavers. And right here's some right here. It's really close to the base. Here's some beaver dams, and if you... Oh, there's a Baryonyx right there. All right, pieces of candy. All right, stop it, Phlinger. All right, now, if we want to see... Now, you notice that we don't see any beavers around here, but chances are they're probably either hiding or they're dead. One of the two. I don't... Yeah. All right, but the easiest way to find out if there's a beaver around here, let's go open up a beaver dam. And notice this. There's a lot of cementing paste in here, a lot of wood, silica pearls, lots of cool stuff. So now we're just going to hop on here, and we're just going to wait. See if a beaver comes and eats our face. If it doesn't, that means there's no beavers in the area. It probably died to the Baryonyx and the raptors that were down over there. All right, well, hey, I'm going to get over here. I'm going to get looking for a beaver. But yeah, these beaver dams, they do have a health point pool. So if you're fighting around them, you can actually break them. On Ragnarok, you can actually get ones that are big and round as well. All you do is on those is you just hop on top of them. and then loot them that way, and then it'll break it, or you can just destroy it if you want to. This one right here only has 1,867 health, and they take damage pretty quick. Yeah, 135 damage per time. Yeah, and then when they die, then they just die. They go kaput. Let's see. Is there any beavers in this one's close proximity? No? All right, well, we're going to go find a beaver. All right, so, hey, I will see you guys in a bit. All right, I found a beaver. Now, before you start taming a beaver, what you want to do, you want to make sure you have either your strongest long neck or your strongest crossbow. Because these guys, they can have a ton of torpor. And also, when you go out, make sure you've got a ton of narcotics on you. Because their torpor goes down fast. It's not Gallimimus fast, but it is pretty fast. Now, the easiest way to get them is just to kind of come down over like this. And then, you know, you just grab them like that. Or you can come over here. I see this one has a beaver dam right over here. And then we activate it through the beaver dam. And then that way there we can just get its aggro, and then we can have it come to us up onto land where it's even easier to grab. Yeah, and then also I would like to say that, beaver dams, unfortunately, even though they make them, tamed beavers don't make beaver dams. And it kind of sucks. But they don't make beaver dams. Only wild beaver dams, as they wander around in their area, will randomly make beaver dams, either in the water or on the edge of the water. That's just one of the things. All right, let's activate this. I don't want any of that stuff, but I probably should take it. But, and that one actually had a lot of spending pace. So now the beaver, it's going to be aggroed against us. Just so you know, it will aggro. All right. Yep, there it is, right there. All right, it's just coming right on over, so let's just get ready for it. Come on, dude. Come on. There we go. All right, so now we've got a beaver. It's really that easy. All right, the hardest part with taming a beaver is knocking it out and keeping it knocked out. And even if you tame it with kibble, you are gonna need narcotics. That's a thing that will happen. You will need narcotics. So just keep that in mind. Even if you're kibble taming this thing, you will need narcotics. All right, let's get it over to the taming pen. All right, over here at the taming pen, let's just drop this. Oh, you're level 110? Oh, okay. All right. And then when it comes to beavers, it's... Oh, whoops, wrong button. It's really the same thing as just about everything else. You either are just about beavers. It's the same kind of concept as a Doedicurus, and that we covered in the other basics. Is either you get the highest level one you can, and you do a really good job at taming it, or you get the lowest level one that you can and don't even worry about it, and then just kind of, yeah, depend on it for wood for a little bit. Let's make sure you're on passive. All right, because if you get the highest level one that you can, it would be amazing. You can actually get some really good levels off of it. You can turn into a battle beaver or the best gatherer that you can get, because they actually do have weight reduction in their saddle, which is wicked cool. And the weight, oh wow, she's already out. Okay. All right, now the weight reduction, it's not exclusive to just wood. It's thatch, fiber, and stone. Is reduced by 50%. It's not as good as a mammoth, but it covers more stuff than a mammoth will, which is kind of cool. All right, which means that it's easier to say, like, if you're taking this girl out and then you want to craft stone dino gateways on the fly, because you can't craft those in your inventory. They have to be crafted in a smithy. So instead of actually running all the stuff back, you can just throw it on her and then craft the stuff in her inventory. It's really cool. Yeah, that way there, whenever I go out farming, I always have either a beaver. Well, I have a beaver. Seriously? Alright, whenever I take, whenever I go out farming resources in order to craft a bunch of stuff, say if I'm crafting a bunch of stone stuff and I need stone gateways, I always have a Doedicurus and a beaver. And I always have them both follow each other, so where I can just pop on one, go out, farm a bunch of stuff, then hop on the other, and then they're always following no matter what. So it's really effective system. All right, notice how fast this girl's torpor is falling. Now, we've got Gallimimus kibble, which is a preferred kibble. We're going to throw it up in there. She's probably going to need, I'm going to say, at least about 100 narcotics. Even at 4 times taming, even at using kibble, she's going to need narcotics, because that kibble is going to take a long time for her food to drain, and the kibble takes, it's a lot of food before she eats a kibble. So, all right, I'm going to be here taming her, and I'll bring you guys back, and I'll see you guys in a bit. But just so you know, don't try to tame a beaver without a lot of narcotics because you're going to need them. And if you don't have the kibble for them, use vegetables first. Yes, vegetables like potatoes, carrots, corn, lemons. Use any of those to tame it. Or measure berries. And I strongly recommend you don't use measure berries because that will take forever. And if you use measure berries, you're just going to be using up a lot more narcotics than you absolutely need to. So, yeah, just don't use measure berries unless you absolutely have to. It's just like gallimimus. Don't use anything but its kibble, but if you have to use vegetables, use just a huge stack of vegetables. Try to stay away from the measure berries because you're really not going to get a very good tame, and you're going to end up using up all your narcotics in the process. All right, let me see you guys in a bit. Okay, so she got down just above half before she ate her first kibble, and I'm at 4 times tame right now. Actually, I think maybe I'm at 6 times tame. I'll have to check it again. But yeah, if you're at public servers stuff, you're gonna need a lot of narcotics just for a 110 beaver. So I'm probably gonna have to use up. I'm not nearly as 100 like I had originally planned. Probably about 30, just to keep her from waking up while she's got that kibble in her inventory, because you want to make sure they do not wake up while they're asleep, or else, yeah, they're gonna eat all that kibble and you're not gonna get it back. Yeah, if there's something on their inventory when they wake up, they keep that. Yeah, it's gone. It's just kaput. Yeah, which is why I generally tend not to give them a whole bunch of stuff. Matter of fact, now that I've seen how much you're gonna eat, give me that back. No, one more. No. There you go. You can have 3. That's all you get. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Said, leave my Argent alone. Gosh. Only 50. You're a female. Alright, and she's up. And he's up. I realized that after calling him a her for a long time, that it is indeed a him. Alright, but yeah, that is how you tame a beaver. It doesn't take that long. Well, actually, it does take a long time, especially if you're not using kibble. Then again, remember, I would recommend if you don't have the gallimimus kibble, then make sure that you use vegetables. Don't use measure berries unless you absolutely have to. Or it's a really low level and it really doesn't matter how its taming effectiveness is going to turn out, because it's gonna get poop taming effectiveness, and then yeah. But also remember that you don't need a taming pen this big to tame it. You can actually just use a 1x1 box with doors on the side to help you easily shoot it, because it can't fit through little doorways, and then you'll just be able to knock it out at your leisure. You can even do it with wood if you want to. I mean, yeah, it'll be able to damage the wood pretty effectively, but by the time you knock it out, the wood will survive. Yeah, all right. So, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new around here, subscribe. And until next time, this is Phlinger Phoo. And take it easy, everybody. Oh, yeah, and I only ended up using those 27 stray narcotics that I had in here. Yeah, it really wasn't that bad. All right, take it easy.